Hello everybody, my name is Ash Dennis. Thank you for watching my video. Today's video is going to be about how I passed my real estate exam. So this video was actually brought about because I recently announced on my social media that I passed my real estate exam and that I was ready to dive into the real estate world. And I also had mentioned that I passed the real estate exam on the first time. So with that, I got a lot of people messaging me, or people that maybe are pursuing the real estate career, message me and asking, hey, how did you pass that exam? I've taken it this many times and I just can't seem to pass it. What advice can you give me? So I felt that this video would be very informative and help provide someone with the tips and advice on how to pass it, and even pass it on the first time if they haven't already passed it. Or taking it. So what I did was I took the time out to research the five top reasons why people fail their exams. So you'll see me kind of looking up and down because I have notes and I want to refer to those notes, and I want to make sure that I am touching every area. So first things first is Texas and Colorado are listed to have the hardest real estate test exams. Now guys, I'm in Texas. That really explains why this test is so hard, guys. This test is hard. It's no joke. It's hard. That's like that's the best description I can give you about this test. And so it does take a lot of prep, and it does take a lot of energy and time that you need to invest to pass this course. So let's go over the first reason why people fail the exam is bad prep materials or bad prep exam program. So guys, what I did was I took about 2 or 3 months and I researched all of the schools that are in Texas. One of the schools really popular here in Texas is probably one of the number one schools, if not number one, number two, in Texas. And so I decided to enroll there. Now, this school does cost a little bit more, just a little bit more than other schools, but you actually are getting what you pay for, guys. Do not sell yourself short. Do not cheat yourself. Pay that extra money to get the materials that you need. This school offers unlimited resources on prep exams and the courses. So it's really, really worth spending some extra money to get the proper materials that you need to pass your exams. Okay. The number 2 reason why people fail is they fail to follow a study plan. Now, I didn't have a study plan per se, but I did implement something into studying that I felt really played a huge part in me passing my exam the first time. So the school that I was enrolled in, they actually have a real estate prep exam course. And that course, I think most of the schools have this course, but this school lets you take that exam prep course in an unlimited number of times in a year. And that exam prep course also has 4 mock exams, both for the state and the national, so 4 each, that you can practice. And these are basically practice exams. The school actually gets questions from the real test, and they take those questions and they put them on their mock exams. They twist the words up. They reword the questions a little bit. But you'll find that when you're taking those mock exams, or when you go and take your real exam, those questions will be so familiar to you because you've taken them on the mock exams. So I've actually taken the mock exam. I took that prep course 5 times, guys, 5 times because I gave myself a score, and I said that, hey, they're providing this class for me unlimited number of times. I'm going to make sure that I take full advantage of it. So what I did was the 4 mock exams, they actually are 4 different versions. So you actually have 8 exams. Again, 4 state, 4 national, all different versions. Nothing is the same. And so what I did was I took those tests every time I retook the course. And I took those and I kept retaking that course because I told myself, hey, if you're not making an 85 or higher on these mock or practice exams, you're not ready to go and take the actual exam. So that's the reason why I took that course so many times, because I wanted to make sure that I was prepared. That is also a good part of the study plan, guys. Take the mock exams as many times as your school allows you to, and do not move on to take that actual exam until you feel completely comfortable with how you did on the practice exams. Okay, so you can give yourself an 85 or a 90, but let me tell you, I said an 85, and by that 5th course of retakes, I was making 95s and higher on all of those different exams. So that is really helpful. So the number 3 reason why people fail is too much study time on what's not important. Guys, there are so many courses that you have to take before you even actually go take your exam. Let me tell you, in those courses, there's so much useful information, but like 80% of the things that you find in those books are not on the actual exam. So do not take too much time studying on what the actual content is in the books. More so study on what the real estate exam prep course is giving you. So it sounds bad, but taking the real estate exam is pretty much based off of memorization than understanding. You will get to the understanding part once you actually start practicing real estate, but to memorize the things that's in this book, in this prep exam book, or the course that you're taking, is gonna be your golden key. That's gonna be the thing to get you to pass the test. So do not spend too much time focusing on the content that's in these other books for these other courses, because believe me, you are going to be wasting a lot of time. A lot of those topics are not even on the test, guys. When I say a lot, I mean like more than half. So that's another tip. Please, please, please do not study on too much on what's not on the test. You'll know what's on the test because it'll be in your prep exam course. Okay. So one of the last things is procrastination. So not one of the last, this is the 4th thing, procrastination. Procrastination, you ask, like, how can you, what do you mean by procrastination, Ashley? Well, when you are finished taking your prep exam course, you've done your study and you're ready, you go and you say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go and wait to take my test. I'm going to take it in maybe 2 weeks. No. Guys, you need to take the test like as soon as you finish with the exam prep course. So 2 days, 3 days, a week. Do not go longer than a week to take your test. You will lose information. You'll be going through life, and the information you thought you retained, you'll lose it. You'll get it mixed up. We forget things. We're human. It's human nature. So take the test as soon as you can. Take it immediately after passing your exam prep course. It will be very useful in the long run because you have retained that information for a short time, and you need that short time to go and take the exam. Okay, so finally, the last one, and I hope that I'm not speeding through this. I just want to make sure that I'm not boring you guys, but giving you guys very useful information to take back with you. The 5th reason people fail is test anxiety. And so I know a lot of people that get test anxiety. I'm not one of them, but during this whole experience of prepping for the exam course, I felt some test anxiety come up on me that morning of. So what I decided to do was I made myself a big breakfast. Well, me and my family, I made a big breakfast for us. I ate really well. I drank plenty of water. I made sure that hubby took care of the kids, made sure that the kids were where they needed to be, or what needed to be done was done, because I didn't want that distraction. And so I had my husband there helping and supporting me to help me prepare for the big breakfast, drank plenty of water, had no distractions, and I took my test first thing in the morning. What I also did was I knew that I had some challenge areas or some areas that I just kept having trouble in, that I kept getting the questions or the answers wrong on the mock exam. So what I did was I arrived to the testing center 30 minutes before my test time. I sat in my car. I had a notebook in my car, and I had my prep exam book. And what I did was I went to those challenging areas, those areas where I had the most problems in, and I wrote down those answers. And I wrote down clues or hints that would help me remember what the answer is to that question, or what corresponds and correlates to what. I wrote those down and I studied, and I drilled it in my head the last 30 minutes before I taking my test. So that's one of the things that really helped me, guys. I hope that these things will help you. I hope that you guys are successful in when you take your exam. I hope that this video has helped you in those areas. If you go and take your exam and you watch this video and you use the advice and the tips, I would appreciate your feedback. Please, in the comments, tell me how it helped you. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, bye.